Tonight on Nightside, a standoff with armed robbery suspects on the South Hill is over. We have surveillance video of the tense moments the suspects came out.
At Kaiser Permanente, we care for all those who make your family, well, your family. That's why all of us work together to give them the care and caring that any family would. Kaiser Permanente, for all that is you.
The new double pepperoni crazy crust pizza is so nice, we pepperonied it twice. With classic and old world pepperoni, sprinkled with toasted cheeses and garlic parm crust you've gotta see in slow-mo. Available for $8.99 only at Little Caesars.
Pizza.
Now on Nightside, an Idaho teacher who received 2023 Teacher of the Year award says she had to leave the state.
The heat is breaking just as our fire danger is ramping up. I'll tell you about a fire weather warning and when you can expect the air quality to get even worse.
And a shelter-in-place order on the South Hill, a standoff with 6 armed robbery suspects. We have surveillance video from neighbors who witnessed the whole thing. You're watching 4 News Now, Nightside. We start with that breaking news.
I want you to do right now is open that screen door before you walk over here.
6 people are detained tonight. Spokane police spent several hours trying to get them to come out of their South Hill apartment. Police believe several of the suspects are involved in an armed robbery. Thanks for staying up with us. I'm Kirsten O'Connor. Police say the suspects went to an apartment complex on the South Hill right behind the Rosars and Dollar Tree stores on 29th Avenue. Our Rania Kaur was at the scene tonight and joins us live in studio with the breaking developments in this standoff.
Kirsten, police tell me several people allegedly robbed a GameStop while armed. That robbery happened around 6:30 this evening. This is footage some neighbors shared with me. Spokane police say a person helped them locate the suspects. For several hours, Spokane police, the SWAT team, and hostage negotiators worked to get the suspects out of the apartment. Those in the 2-block area of the apartment were asked to shelter in place out of an abundance of caution, and those living right next door were asked to leave. Spokane police say, in addition, drones, K9, and the EDU robot was used in this SWAT standoff. This is still an ongoing investigation. A lot of details we're still learning. And as we learn more information, we'll keep you up to date on KXLY and on our website at KXLY.com. Kirsten?
Rania, thank you. Well, smoke will be sticking around with our air quality alerts lasting at least until Monday for most of eastern Washington. Chief Meteorologist Chris Crocker joins me now. And Chris, the high temperatures and critical fire danger are exactly why the team of meteorologists here at 4 News Now have declared tomorrow a weather alert day.
Yes, we're keeping the weather alert day because our temperatures will be a little bit cooler, but our winds will be even stronger. And we have critical fire weather conditions. We saw some fire outbreaks today. The fire crews were ready to act fast, and that made a lot of difference. Tomorrow, again, will be even more dangerous with a fire weather warning in effect for the entire region for Friday. It's that combination of extremely dry conditions. The weather will still be hot, even though not as hot, and wind gusts will be even stronger, up to 40 miles per hour in some locations. Here's our sustained winds. It's going to start tomorrow morning. Our winds have died down a little bit this evening, but they will be picking up early tomorrow morning as a cold front approaches. We'll see them peaking in the afternoon, but it is going to stay windy through the early evening on Friday before finally calming down for the weekend. Our high temperatures today, 99 in Spokane. It was 101 in Coeur d'Alene, 107 in Lewiston, and 105 in Omak. We're going to be about 10 degrees or more cooler tomorrow with temperatures primarily in the 80s, just a few 90s on the map. Still a very, very warm day, but not the extreme heat that we have been dealing with. One good thing about this wind coming in tomorrow, it is going to help with our air quality already. We are back in the good range tonight. However, that is temporary. It looks like things are going to be even worse heading into the weekend. I will let you know what to expect in your 7-day forecast. Kirsten?
A lot to watch. Thank you, Chris. Well, a 4th grade teacher who was named 2023 Teacher of the Year in Idaho left the state for Illinois, saying she faced intense scrutiny from right-wing activists.
like you said, conservative news outlets in Idaho started putting out all of this horrible press saying that I was influencing the students in my classroom in negative ways, and that I was pushing things in my classroom, like you said, such as transgenderism and LGBTQ issues, of which I never spoke of in my classroom at all. A lot of what they said was absolutely false, and ultimately, I think sowed a lot of distrust for me in my community.
Well, that teacher says she never brought her own personal beliefs into her classroom, instead trying to encourage her students to become their own people. She says she was hurt that the people in her community did not trust her as an educator.
But I feel that, especially in the past few years, there's been a lot that's happened where, as educators, our professional expertise is not trusted. And especially as an educator who's taught for 20 years and, was named as one of the best educators in Idaho, I would hope that my professional expertise would be trusted and respected. And it really hurt when it wasn't.
A Washington high school football coach who was fired for praying on the football field is back. Joe Kennedy successfully pleaded his case to the U.S. Supreme Court last year and got his job back. Julie Calhoun has the story.
It was a typical high school football practice with the Bremerton Knights getting in shape for their first Friday night lights. But this season, a familiar face back on the coaching staff. Joe Kennedy is back as an assistant coach after being fired in 2015 for praying with players on the field. The district told him to stop, and he refused. His contract was not renewed the next season. He sued, and the case made its way to the Supreme Court, where in a 6-3 majority vote, the court ruled his prayers were protected by the First Amendment. His job reinstated in March and back on the field for the first time Wednesday in 8 years.
I wish I could say that it was easy. Looking back, it's been a long road and many heartbreaking years. But, it's great that it's finally worked out, but it's been tough. Everybody that's been supporting me and praying for me across the United States, that was millions of people. That's what kept me going and kept me in this fight.
The school district says it looks forward to moving past the legal distraction and that it will fully comply with the court's order to treat Mr. Kennedy's personal religious conduct the way the district treats all other personnel conduct by coaches at football games.
And when I first, had to bring the lawsuit, it was only asking for two things, and it was to be able to be a coach and to be able to pray after a football game. The only thing I asked for, that's what they've given me back, and I'm looking forward to doing that on a Friday night.
Well, time for a quick look at sports. I'm Julian Minnesone. Conference realignment has been a big topic of discussion in college football. 2/3 of the Pac-12 have left the conference over the last year, with Washington State still searching for answers. The Mountain West and American Athletic Conferences were named as possible landing spots for WSU. Both conferences are not expected to have the same revenue stream as a fully healthy Pac-12. I sat down with former Washington State Athletic Director Bill Moose, who says time is running out for the Cougars.
Some tough decisions have to be made. If Washington State can't find a place to land that can at least get them 3/4 of what they've got now and hopefully more, and it's beginning to look more and more like that may not be a possibility.
And you can watch my special report on the state of college athletics tomorrow at 6 on 4 News Now. Live in the studio, Julian Minnesone, 4 News Now Sports.
Julian, thank you. 2 teenagers are facing murder charges. Police say they clubbed a man in the head with a skateboard and then kicked him when he went to the ground. The attack happened 10 days ago, but just 24 hours ago, the victim, Jamie Weathers, died because of his injuries, upgrading their first-degree assault charges to second-degree murder. We are learning tonight that Weathers was attacked two separate times that night. According to court documents, the first attack happened on East Mission Avenue, right near Chief Gary Park. Weathers had a confrontation with several people who were inside of a car. Then security camera footage showed that one occupant got out and punched Weathers in the face, then drove the car away. The second attack happened a block over in the Conoco parking lot, and that's when police say 19-year-old Justin Haylett and 18-year-old Quentin Tyndale confronted Weathers. Court documents say Tyndale hit Weathers over the head with his skateboard, and Haylett appeared to kick him while he was on the ground. Police used security camera footage to trace the two teenagers to the young adult shelter just steps away from that parking lot in the gas station. Tyndale admitted to hitting Weathers with his skateboard, and Haylett said he lightly stepped on Weathers' head to teach him a lesson. The man accused of killing Xana Kernodle, Ethan Chapin, Madison Mogan, and Kaylee Gonsalves will be in court tomorrow. Brian Koberger is accused of stabbing the University of Idaho students in their off-campus home. The hearing will address evidence that the prosecution says it has against Koberger, and it could also address the suspect's request to stop the trial from happening altogether. His defense team claims the grand jury process used to indict Koberger was not fair. 4 News Now will be at the hearing tomorrow to bring you the latest developments. Download the 4 News Now app and turn on notifications to get the breaking details sent straight to your phone. A Buddhist temple burglared by people pretending to ask for prayer. Plus, today in court, a showdown about whether a ban on camping within 1,000 feet of certain places should be left up to Spokane voters. That's next on Nightside.
4 News Now on your time with Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
4 News Now is brought to you by Gamma Knife.
Be advised, this is a once-in-a-lifetime chance to save 40 to 80% on a hot tub and swim spa Friday through Sunday. Major manufacturers and warehouses clearance of new 2023 inventory. Spokane County Fair and Expo Center. Over 100 hot tubs on display and everything must go. See the revolutionary swim spa. You can exercise, swim, and relax without the expense and maintenance of a pool. Hot tubs starting at $29.95. All inventory 40 to 80% off. 18-month interest-free financing. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old hot tub. Spokane County Fair and Expo Center. Free admission. Free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
One bite of Arby's Hush Puppy breaded fish strips, and you're transported to a classic southern fish fry. One bite of those fries, and ooh, you're back at Arby's. Arby's, we have the meat.
Are you ready to unleash the power of productivity? Get ready for the ultimate workhorse, the Kubota BX Series tractors at Adams Tractor. With a powerful engine, versatile attachments, and compact size, these tractors can tackle any job with ease. For a limited time, Adams Tractor is offering a special deal, 0 down, 0% APR financing for up to 84 months. Don't miss out on this amazing offer. Visit Adams Tractor today and unleash the power of the Kubota BX Series tractors. We have loads of tractors in stock. Get yours now.
Pop the champagne, humanity. We've done it.
Celebrate your night with big winners, shocking thrills, and living legends.
You know, I've always thought of you as Dave Jr.
Every hair on my body is standing up right now.
Jimmy Kimmel Live, weeknights on ABC.
Summer might not be a vacation for families experiencing homelessness, but while Family Promise teaches parents life skills, kids have the chance to explore and have fun.
Without the routine of school, summer is really challenging for homeless children. With the help of Numerica, kids are able to enjoy lots of fun activities.
Numerica Credit Union is honored to partner with organizations like Family Promise as they work to enhance lives, fulfill dreams, and build communities.
Check out more organizations that make our community stronger at numericacu.com.
4 News Now is brought to you by Ace Hardware.
Thanks for staying up with Nightside. The Buddhist Institute of Universal Compassion is a small Buddhist community in North Spokane. Last weekend, thieves pretending to ask for prayers stole over $6,000 from it. All of that money would have gone toward a heating and air conditioning system, which the temple doesn't currently have. The communications coordinator says it all happened while a group tried to distract the temple's teacher by asking for prayers. One woman was outside trying to get in. At first, the thieves were unsuccessful. The temple's teacher, feeling that something was wrong, locked the door behind him after the prayers. But later in the day, when he went out on his afternoon walk, the thieves came back. And this is not the first time the temple has been burglarized.
Worked really hard to collect those donations, you know. I mean, some days we're fortunate to get a few dollars. Because, you know, we're a small little humble Buddhist community.
Well, if you'd like to help, the temple will be holding a fundraiser tomorrow and Saturday to assist with everything they've lost.
Well, it is a very warm night. These are current temperatures across the region. 84 in Spokane and Coeur d'Alene, 86 in Lewiston. It's 82 in Grand Coulee and 86 in Bonners Ferry right now. We've got some clouds streaming in. That's not just smoke making our skies gray late in the day. Some precipitation has been trying to fall out of these clouds. This is actually the remnants of Tropical Storm Eugene, but that precipitation is not going to have any luck. You might run into a rogue sprinkle overnight. Otherwise, mostly cloudy and dry, but those clouds are going to keep things extra warm. 70 for an overnight low. Tomorrow, a 10-degree drop in our temperatures, mostly sunny skies, but it is going to be windy again. Fire danger very high, gusts to 35 miles per hour. It is a dry cold front coming in on Friday. It's going to bring that cool air, but it's also going to bring those gusty westerly winds. Now, the good news with those winds, they are going to help clear out our air quality. I'll be talking about that more later in the broadcast because it is a very temporary improvement. But again, the winds with the fire danger. This is from the Storm Prediction Center. We are in the critical range in terms of fire danger for much of the region, including Spokane and Coeur d'Alene. Elevated fire danger throughout the rest of the region. That is why we have a weather alert day for Friday. And then we get into the weekend. Temperatures stay in the mid-70s or 80s rather, but we really start to worry about our wildfire smoke. The chance of some rain coming in Sunday and into Monday, and some cooler weather along with it. And then temperatures right about average heading into the middle of the week. Again, I'll be back with some important air quality updates in just a few minutes. Kirsten?
Well, Chris, you just mentioned it. Wildfire smoke in the air can cause permanent damage to your health. And local immunologists say you should listen to your body before spending too much time outside. Dr. David McGarry says when the air quality gets this bad, it's better if everyone stays indoors as much as possible.
Things that can help inside as well as making sure that we're keeping our windows closed. Considering getting like an air purifier can be something that's really, really helpful.
Well, Dr. McGarry also says the best way to protect yourself outside is by wearing a mask. He says when people are not taking their inhalers properly, it can lead to urgent care, hospitalizations, and sometimes even intensive care. In our For the People coverage tonight, today in court, a showdown about whether a ban on camping within 1,000 feet of certain places should be left up to Spokane voters. The question was added to the ballot after a unanimous vote from the Spokane City Council earlier this year. But some groups are saying voters are not allowed to make this type of decision. So the lawsuit is asking the judge to strike this question from the ballot. The defendant, local attorney Brian Hansen, who is spearheading this initiative, says this will protect children, but opponents say it criminalizes being homeless.
Existing rules that the city council has passed were done exercising two sources of authority: zoning and land use, and homelessness planning and response. And both of those are given exclusively to the city council. So once the city exercises this authority using those exclusive powers, it's not subject to modification through the local initiative process.
The defense argued the law giving that power to local governments does not address the specifics of camping near schools, daycares, and parks, and doesn't apply in this case. And they also referenced other larger cities who have adopted similar ordinances, like Los Angeles.
Like every single case that has been cited by both sides in this case, the Proposition 1 consists of a single sentence. That is the entirety of the new language that's added by this initiative. That makes it distinguishable from every single other case that is operating here.
Spokane already has an anti-camping law which prohibits people from camping along the Spokane River, Latah Creek, and under viaducts unless there's no shelter space available. If passed, this initiative would be added on to that law, and law enforcement would choose how to enforce it. The judge saying he will release his written decision early next week. 4 News Now will be right back.
Stream 4 News Now on your TV for free with the KXLY Plus app.
It's a summer roundup This week at Cal, over 300 rigs have been strategically priced low like a stampede of savings.
We're not horsing around with these special buys.
Trade up to a better set of wheels while you lower your monthly payment. Plus, special financing was brought in so you can get a fun new ride for summer.
And $44 down is all you need.
During the summer roundup this week at Cal.
Save thousands on the new Revolutionary Swim Spa at a one-time sale. Friday through Sunday. Spokane County Fair and Expo Center. Exercise with low impact. Swim the entire year and stay in shape. Teach your kids to swim. Unwind and save thousands. Avoid the expense and maintenance involved with a pool. Swim, exercise, and relax in your new aquatic exercise swim spa. Installation and one day only. New 2023 inventory. 18-month interest-free financing. Millions of dollars of inventory must be sold. Spokane County Fair and Expo Center. Free admission. Free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
Back to school week with 4 News Now.
New facilities, new ways to learn, new schedules.
Join us for an in-depth look at what's happening inside our local schools this year. Watch Back to School Week.
Only on Good Morning Northwest.
Stop it, Robin.
When occasional heartburn won't let you sleep, get fast relief with new Tums Plus Heartburn Plus Sleep Support. Love food back and fall asleep faster.
Saturday, August 19th, KXLY 4 News Now invites you to Avista Stadium for Marvel Superhero Night featuring a special character appearance from Spider-Man. Your Spokane Indians wear Marvel-inspired jerseys as we play the Tri-City Dust Devils. And after the game, Multicare presents a fireworks spectacular. For tickets, go to SpokaneIndians.com. Saturday, August 19th, Marvel Superhero and Fireworks Night, presented by Multicare and KXLY 4 News Now.
Is it your day to water? Know if you are odd or even and be water-wise this summer.
Air quality right now is actually in pretty good shape. The area in gray, that is in the good range. We do have some moderate air quality, even up along the Canadian border. We're in pretty good shape till we get right up along the border. Then we have some trouble. But here's a look at our smoke forecast. Those gusty winds are going to help keep our air in pretty good shape through Friday. Here is Friday at 6 in the morning. We'll see those winds picking up throughout the day, and only right near the fires are we going to see some trouble. But then as we get into Friday evening, we are going to see a shift in our winds partway through the day, and they're going to become more northerly. And there is a lot of smoke north of the Canadian border. It's been a terrible fire season in British Columbia, and that's when we're going to start to see more and more smoke coming into our region. Finally, by the time we're into Saturday morning, we are deep into that moderate range with smoke across the entire region, and it looks like that could even go more downhill on Sunday. So we'll keep a close eye on our air quality this weekend. Terrible timing to head outside and have some fun, but you'll want to keep a close eye on things. Our forecast tonight, good to moderate. Tomorrow, good to moderate, but I think we are going to be in that unhealthy range on Saturday for at least part of the day. That wildfire smoke, doggone it, it does make for spectacular sunsets. And boy, this one just takes my breath away. From this evening, Adela Dibble shared this photo from Elk. And oh, the purple colors and the trees in the foreground, just a gorgeous photo. Adela, thank you for sharing this with us.
I know, some of our favorite colors, but no, not what we want to see right now, unfortunately. All right, well, children can be especially vulnerable to mental health issues, and that's why Providence is expanding its behavioral and emotional skills training program, which is also known as BEST, to help more families. The BEST program is moving from Sacred Heart Children's Hospital to Providence Holy Family Hospital for more space, and the goal is to help more kids. Kids like Liam Stretch, a 12-year-old who graduated from the BEST program in June. He says he used to have such bad anxiety that he would get seizures.
So BEST breathing is where you take 2 breaths in. I usually do a big one and a small one because, I don't know. And then you just breathe out. It's like...
The new location adds a personal touch as well. There are 3 therapy rooms, each one with a different theme. And they also have services for parents. Liam's mom says this has changed their whole family dynamic. A new ruling found that there should be tighter restrictions on the abortion medication mifepristone and called for stricter regulations. The Biden administration says they disagree with that ruling. The issue could set the stage for another Supreme Court showdown over abortion rights right before the 2024 election. Justin Finch reports.
At issue, access to the abortion pill mifepristone, now used in the majority of U.S. abortions after first earning Food and Drug Administration approval in 2000. The U.S. Fifth Circuit Court of Appeals out with a new ruling this week, handing conservative plaintiffs a partial win, determining that the FDA's mifepristone regulations are too relaxed and disregard some safety concerns, but stopping short of siding with plaintiffs' calls for the pill to be pulled from store shelves. The FDA and medical community pushing back, insisting the drug is safe and has not raised any serious concerns after 2 decades on the market. A lawyer for the anti-abortion rights group challenging mifepristone's access said they're looking forward to a final outcome that will hold the FDA accountable.
If medication abortion were to be reduced, then that would have a draconian effect on people's ability to get abortion care.
Since 2016, the FDA has expanded access to mifepristone, extending its use from 7 to 10 weeks of pregnancy, and in 2021, allowing it to become widely accessible, including via mail. The Biden administration says it will seek Supreme Court intervention, potentially leading to another blockbuster abortion rights decision in the run-up to the 2024 election. But with the High Court already imposing a stay on lower court mifepristone rulings, the Fifth Circuit's decision to roll back access to the drug is not taking immediate effect. Mifepristone maker Danco Laboratories says it's confident in the pill's safety and effectiveness and is promising to fight the appeals court injunction. Justin Finch, ABC News, Washington.
The Seattle Seahawks quarterback Geno Smith has not played in the preseason. The chances Smith sees the field in this weekend's game, coming up in sports.
Sign up for breaking news alerts with the 4 News Now app.
4 News Now is brought to you by Adams Tractor.
Here we go.
Oh, yeah. Boom.
$100,000 pyramid is back, and this season is going to be big.
You put this in your ear to clean it out? Pass.
I would have guessed harpoon.
I just wet my plant.
I'm just glad they chose that, Michael.
Big money, big celebrities, and a big new season.
I got that.
You know what you got?
You got it wrong.
Of the $100,000 pyramid.
Global Credit Union got its start right here at Fairchild Air Force Base and now has branches worldwide. We are proud to honor our military members by wearing red on Fridays.
Red stands for Remember Everyone Deployed, and 4 News Now is joining Global by inviting you to wear red on Fridays, too.
Show your support for the men and women of our armed forces. Tell them and their families thank you for their service and for protecting our future.
Stop in any Global branch and pick up a red pin.
And then remember to wear red on Fridays from now until September 11th.
Be advised, this is a once-in-a-lifetime chance to save 40 to 80% on a hot tub and swim spa Friday through Sunday. Major manufacturers and warehouses clearance of new 2023 inventory. Spokane County Fair and Expo Center. Over 100 hot tubs on display and everything must go. See the revolutionary swim spa. You can exercise, swim, and relax without the expense and maintenance of a pool. Hot tub starting at $29.95. All inventory 40 to 80% off. 18-month interest-free financing. Trade-ins welcome. Free delivery. We'll even haul away your old hot tub. Spokane County Fair and Expo Center. Free admission. Free parking. Call 833-SPA-SALE.
Summer's here, so journey to where you've never gone. Achieve what you've never done. Discover who you've never been. Behind the wheel of something ready for where you want to go. All in a new CUV with standard all-wheel drive during Mazda's Season of Discovery sales event.
Come test drive the first ever 3-row Mazda CX-90, now optional as a plug-in hybrid electric vehicle, just east of Division on North Foothills Drive or online at SpokaneMazda.com.
Well, college sports has been turned upside down thanks to conference realignment. Welcome into sports. I'm Julian Minnesone. Regionality has been thrown out the window in college football's new model. And with Washington moving to the Big Ten, the future of rivalry games such as the Apple Cup between the Cougars and Huskies is in doubt. Both sides are working to keep the game an annual tradition, but are non-committal on game location. Washington State Athletic Director Pat Chun said he doesn't see the Cougars playing in the game unless it remains in Pullman on a regular basis. With the Cougars and Huskies being non-conference foes at this point, scheduling conflicts could be an issue moving forward.
Talked about rivalries yesterday. I mean, to think it's the end of the Apple Cup, to think it's the end of the Civil War, I don't even know if they can call that anymore. But at the end of the day, what's it worth? I understand business. I understand change. Everyone's got to change, and we got to adapt. And Wazoo will find its way. We have for 100 and some years.
And I took a deep dive into conference realignment and college football's mess out west. You can watch my special report tomorrow at 6 on 4 News Now. And take one look at the Seattle Mariners post-game celebrations. You see them dancing, and you could tell they're having fun again. Now, it wasn't that way a few months ago. Seattle was struggling. Now the Mariners entered today just one game back of that final playoff spot in the American League. The Mariners have a little more work to do before they make that playoff push. Seattle went head-to-head against the Kansas City Royals for the final game of this series. Today was all about Mariners all-star outfielder Julio Rodriguez. Rodriguez gets a single right here, and Seattle gets on the board in the first inning. It's 1-0 Mariners. Then tie game in the 6th inning. It'll be Rodriguez at the plate once again, and once again, Rodriguez delivers. This one goes over the head of left fielder MJ Melendez. Now a run scores for Seattle. Dominic Canzone is also heading for home. There'll be a play at the plate, but Canzone is called out. The Mariners, they still retake the lead on the triple by Rodriguez. Now, in the 8th, a pair of runners on base. Mariners trailing by 2. Rodriguez says not anymore. Puts a cherry on top of this victory Sunday. Rodriguez with a career-best 5 hits in one game, including that go-ahead home run. And the Mariners, well, they're celebrating and dancing once again, as you could see. Seattle wins 6-4. The Mariners are now just half a game back of the Toronto Blue Jays for that final spot at the playoffs in the American League. Now it's game week for the Seattle Seahawks, and the Seahawks will host Dallas Cowboys in their second preseason game on Saturday. The big question fans are asking is, will we see quarterback Geno Smith? Smith sat out of the team's first preseason game last week, which wasn't unusual. Starters don't usually play in preseason games, and if they do, it's only for a few plays. Seahawks head coach Pete Carroll didn't specify if Smith or any of the other starters would play this weekend. Geno sure hopes to be out there, though.
I would love to play. Like I said, anytime I get an opportunity to go out there with my guys, it's always a great opportunity. And I love the game. I love to play. And so, I'm looking forward to it, man. I can't wait to get out there.
Kickoff between the Seahawks and Cowboys is at 7 o'clock Saturday night from Lumen Field in Seattle. And that'll wrap us up for sports. We'll be right back.
Download the 4 News Now app today. At 4 News Now, we believe you should expect more from local news. Our team is committed to a community conversation and bringing you information you need when and where you need it. Numerica believes in and supports that mission.
If your checking account isn't earning you money, it's time to switch to bonus checking from Numerica. The account that earns an incredible 2% annual percentage yield. That could earn you up to $500 every year or more.